Tom, you played both basketball and ran cross country for Oakland University. What was it like being a two-sport athlete during your time here?
It kept me busy. I loved both sports. I loved to run and I loved to play basketball. And back then I used cross country to get me in some kind of shape to go into the basketball season ready to go.
As a former basketball player, what was it like seeing your team make it into the March Madness tournament?
It was one of the proudest days of my life. I couldn't believe it. I know I cut work early to get home. I don't remember the exact time of that game, but I watched every second, and it was a proud moment for me and a lot of Oakland U alums. I go into the season expecting our team to make it into March Madness every year. I think Coach Campy has set a standard that he expects his teams to live up to, and anything short of making the tournament is kind of a disappointment.
When you were a student, which practices did you find harder, the cross-country practices or the basketball practices?
Without a doubt, basketball was hands down. And I still think back to my days at campus and how I was barely able to walk out of the athletic building to the Vandenberg cafeteria. I had one tray full of drinks and one tray with food, and the drink tray was down almost before I started eating.
What was the hardest practice, basketball practice, that you ever participated in? Is there one that stands out as that was like the hardest workout?
There were some practices. Now the coaching staff we had then can't hold a candle to what I'm sure Coach Campy puts these guys through, but there are everybody calls them something, happies or whatever you want to call the line sprints, and when we didn't play well, we could count on our tongues dragging the floor doing wind sprints.
If you were to play your former self, your college self, in a game of one-on-one, what would be the outcome? Who would win that game today?
Well, right now, the former me, the 20-year-old me, would beat the 57-year-old me. There was a point in between where the wisdom and the retaining of athletic ability might have been able to beat the old me, but at this point, the wisdom isn't enough to overcome the lack of physical prowess.
How did balancing student congress, basketball, cross country, and all your classes prepare you for the business world?
You just described my OU experience, and it prepared me by showing me how rewarding it was to be engaged in a variety of activities, and it also taught me the value of time. When I did have some time to myself, I had to use it properly because the other commitments, which were fun, were also demanding, but all in all, it was a very fulfilling 4 years.